Uh, am I audible to all? Okay. Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Lakshmi Mishra, an assistant professor in the Department of uh, School of Media and Communication. Today we have last day our FDP program. So I hope all the participants have learned a lot from this FDP, and they have now know the nuances of research and technical terms. No, so I hope you may have got a lot of benefit from this FDP. Okay, so our resource person, Dr. Vijay, Kumar, Chechi have joined. Welcome, sir. Good afternoon. So let me introduce to all you guys Dr. Vijay Kumar Chechi. Dr. Vijay sir, presently serving as a professor and deputy dean, School of Education, Lovely Professional University. He has 20 years experience in the field of teacher education. His researchers are focused in areas like emotional intelligence, self-regulated learning strategy, socially disadvantaged group bullying, teacher self-efficacy, effectiveness, academic monitoring, and motivation. He has guided more than 70 dissertations and 7 doctorate theses. He has published 115 research papers in journals and books. He has edited 3 books. He has presented 35 papers in national and international conference seminars. He has remained in administrative position and has been instrumental in successfully designing the curriculum, organizing placement, examination, academic counseling, and so on. Sir has done his PhD in education from Guru Nanak Dev University. So it is a very quick introduction about our resource person. And without further ado, I would like to say Dr. Vijay Kumar to proceed this session. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi. Firstly, I congratulate the School of Media and Communication for organizing this FDP on research application process that is there after that. And I hope the last 6-7 days that you are undergoing this FDP, you have been able to understand the identification of the problem, how to research, then identifying the methodology of your research, and giving a final shape to the research paper. So as a result, the final outlook that we wanted to go, the previous session that has been taken, and it was talked about relating the publication, identifying the journals, and then submitting to the journal, and the status related to that, going in with the inclusion of an identification, formatting, structuring, and getting the publication done from the different journals. Now, another thing is that a researcher, being in this world when we are so much connected, we are required to disseminate our findings. The research scholar is always asked for this thing, during their PhD final submissions, final viva, that how they are going to disseminate the finding of their PhD work. So this is one of the most pertinent question. So that is the related to the faculty also for other researchers also, that how do they go with the publication process that they are going to disseminate their findings. So herein the present session for today is related to that only, because we are living in a digital age, and here in the opportunities to connect with the researchers throughout the world and disseminate our findings to the world is through the digital media. And there are numerous digital platforms that are there, and we require to use them in order to our disseminate our findings. So it is not just um, writing a paper and getting it published, the buck stops there only. No, it's not like that. It is further, in order to increase our profile as a researcher, we need to disseminate our finding, and also in order to update ourselves with the current findings that are going on with respect to a particular field of research, we need to disseminate the findings. So this is the basic um, intention behind this session, that how should we go for that. And I would be expecting that all the participants of the session should come through video, and because I will be asking you to join and demonstrate what I am going to teach you, and will be expecting the live hands-on experiences uh, shared with each other. So herein, I think Lakshmi, you have given me the sharing rights.
Yes,
Screen
sir.
share. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
thank you. So herein I have my presentation that we are going to start with, and I think my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so uh, I need to read this. Your bar is not moving. Everything is coming up along. Okay, right. So the faculty development program on research paper writing and publication in Scopus or Web of Science journals, so conducted by School of Media and Communication at Adamas University, Kolkata. So this is the present session that we are going in. We are going with the promoting research on the digital platform, and we are going to work on this around for 2 hours. And therein we are going to see to it that how it is going to be done. Now, my first idea is that when we talk about the digital platforms, so there are generally different types of digital platforms. For example, media, social media, then knowledge based, and the services based. Now, knowledge media sharing is most of the time are the platforms wherein we are sharing our videos, in the sense that we are sharing our experiences, travel plans, our weddings, and all that. But herein we are talking about the research. So for research, it is the social media which is acting as more like our beneficial, because media sharing has some examples like Vimeo, that is the most commonly being used in order to share the videos and of the different occasions. Now, social media sites are lot many, starting from the WhatsApp to Facebook and everything. And these have different purposes also. Some are related to the personal life, and some are used for the professional life. But yes, there is little uh, ceiling in between, that from where we touch we move beyond the professional teaching to the personal space. Now, coming in the third aspect, that is the knowledge based, the most of the time there are different platforms which are talked about in terms of that what is the questioning going on. For example, we have the some kind of knowledge based media platforms, like we have the most commonly being used is Quora. That is, again, most of the time the people are identifying the individuals, putting their questions, and some are using the Quora as to answer the queries of the different persons. So that is the sharing of knowledge. The uh, uh, a better known person is sharing his information with a less known person. So as a result, there is a platform which is again giving us to increase our knowledge. And the last one are the digital platforms of service born that are based on the some kind of service that we are providing. So herein we have different your this urban born or the ladder, or you can say this the car services, or the even the consumer setup like Amazon, like that. So these are all services based digital platforms which are being used. Now out of them, which is going to be used by us for the research aspect, so that if anybody can answer me this question. Yes, Rajat, uh, which is the digital platform that we are going to use for making our research visible, disseminated to the world? Anyone who would like to answer?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Sudha Ravishankar. I wanted to know from you also. I mean, it's a very curious thing that I want to ask you. Um, I want to do my sharing using a podcast or a series of podcasts because I thought that would be novel as well as it would be engaging. So,
That's
would
right.
that be a possible thing?
It will be a possibility. Podcast is also is a social media site, and
Mm.
you can share your knowledge with respect to the podcast, because podcast is something different wherein the research communication, not only the research part, but also the kind of the content knowledge that you have, you can use the podcast for that also. But
Okay.
herein my question is that which digital platforms are we are going to use? Media sharing, social media, knowledge based, or services based, which will be utilized for the research publication and its dissemination?
So, in my case, I would like to share it as a podcast, which will be social media as well as a knowledge based social media site.
Okay, that's right. So the two sites that the platform types which are being utilized for the research is social media sites and the knowledge based. Now, this is the answer that to my question, that which are to be used for the research dissemination. So social media sites are the one which includes everything from the research gate to academia to LinkedIn to Facebook. Everything is being utilized, even the other sites also that are there in the use by the different people, they are also can be used for the research. Similarly, the knowledge based kind of a thing wherein even the social media includes the YouTube as well as the podcast that you are just telling. So in knowledge based kind of a thing, again the questioning answering technique is being utilized. So as also therein we are going to use the research, but yes, it is just going to be utilized for sharing of the knowledge. Now, why do we require to use the social media? Why do we require the digital platform for our this thing, for the communication with the people? uh, Basically, as a researcher, when we start our journey as a researcher after completing our PhD in the teaching career, because when we are working in a university, we are not just focused on the teaching, but we are focused towards research also. Our profiling is not just understood with respect to the type of courses that we are teaching, but also with respect to the kind of impact we are making in the society from the angle of the research. So, as a result, how do we come to know that what is the research impact of an individual? So, that research impact is a cumulative figure or a cumulative kind of a thing which is generated by a number of years of work, and as a result which with the years of experience, with the years of our increasing number of different things. For example, one is the citations, which generates our H index and I-10 index, and as a result of which we are able to have a kind of a good impact factor of ourselves, and that comes to as a handy tool to make our reputation in the research field. So if you will be going into the things, going seeing this into different platforms, then you will be able to see, yes, the kind of the citations an individual is able to get is dependent upon the kind of research studies he is conducting. We are able to get a citation on a paper which is going to be a new one. We are not going to get a citation on a paper which is old one. So this is which is if we are going to find ourselves into a situation that uh, how these social media platforms are going to be utilized, so that will be helpful to us in getting the citations for our research paper more fast than it is required. Because if we talk about the research journals in the previous session, it might be shared by the concerned resource person that we have the journals which are subscribed journals as well as the open access journals, and these subscribed journals generally take too much of time to give the research papers to the audience, because there is an embargo on the uh, access to the paper. And if somebody want to have the access on those papers, there is a fee charged. And being from a developing country, we are not having such kind of monetary uh, value with us that we are able to assess each and every research paper from the good journals. So therefore, the time has come wherein we are talking about the open access. So there are different sites also which allow for the open access of, like we have the kind of a sci-hub kind of a site which is uh, non-legally trying to get into the picture, which results into getting the access to the papers by breaking the firewalls of the concerned publishers. So that is one way. I do not promote that, but still I value that the open access journals allow the faster citations. But again, the citations value will increase with more number of access to the publication. And also there is another purview to it. The one aspect is the access to the paper, the another aspect is the preprint. The preprint is always by the good journals, the preprint is shared with the author before its final publication, and as a result of that, that preprint can be shared by the researcher on his these profiles, social media profiles, so that the visibility to the research shall be there by the different researcher of the present times. A researcher, if it is innovative, if it is unique, if it is new, will definitely get some kind of uh, visibility from the researchers, some kind of readability from the researchers, and as a result, we'll be going into some kind of a stage wherein we will be able to say, yes, the citations are coming. The more number of citations are coming, meaning thereby the value of the research that has been there is going up. If a researcher is not getting the kind of citations, definitely the research that we are conducting is not very good. So that is the one kind of understanding we all should develop, that if we are going to conduct a research with some unique value, some innovativeness, yes, definitely that is going to add some knowledge to the discipline and will definitely help in getting something into the discipline, and that will be the benefit of the researcher also, because he is also going to get the citations on that throughout the world. But if the researcher is going to just beat down the bush again and again, beating the bush again and again on the same variable and on the same thing, and just doing the ritual kind of research, then his citations are not going to increase, and as a result the visibility is not having any impact. So this is the one aspect of the researchers uh, personal phenomena, that we need to understand why digital platforms are required. And another aspect to that is that we are able to get the research collaborators. The research collaborators, India is a very big country, but even then, we don't collaborate with the people of different institutions. And similarly, we are little bit of wary of things that how should to get connected with different individuals. So how to identify those journals is again the social media is going to help, that which kind of researchers are there in our particular field and what type of researches they are undergoing in their respective fields is again through the help of this social media we are able to identify. So research collaborations are possible, even the new areas of research are being available to us as a result of the understanding, because the world phenomena is being there going on with respect to the different researchers that are there. Now finally, when you are going to get the citations, your visibility gets increased. You have a number of connects with the different persons throughout the world, and you are being known as a good researcher. Definitely your review roles are going to be increased, and you will be able to have some kind of reviewer work of the journals at your table. And that is again a reputation to a researcher, yes, that he is being recognized in the field as someone who is doing some good work and has good research understanding of the field. So this is the one phenomena. Now starting with the first thing that we are going to talk about, the social media, that is the research gate. Now research gate is one social media site wherein we the researchers, just like uh, we are able to understand the word research, and we are able to understand the word PhD research scholar or the researcher, we must be able to understand that there is a platform called as ResearchGate, and most of the time students are not knowing about this platform, okay, that how to use this ResearchGate, because it is always requiring that ResearchGate should have an individual must have an institutional email ID, and then only he can be able to uh, join this ResearchGate. But even with these some kind of regular credentials as a researcher, ResearchGate can be utilized. But even if you are not able to join, the ResearchGate allows you to have lot many features which you can just go into and find out. And searching into the ResearchGate will help you in identify many of the things which is being done in a particular field, which includes everything that we are able to make out some kind of our genuine need of the research, that we are able to find the similar type of topics that are going on in the throughout the world. Similarly, we are able to create the resources of our pool of review that we are going to generate for our research, and also we are able to identify the people. Now this is the general thing that we are going to use in ResearchGate. And you can have the link going on as the www.researchgate.net. This is the link of the ResearchGate, and everybody should see to it that how it is going up. Now looking up into the ResearchGate, what type of things that we come up. Now ResearchGate shows up your uh, uh, inputs, shows up your contribution to the research community, and as a result it shows up that how much work you are going giving in importance giving into that. As a result, how much the downloads you are making up, how much reading work you are making up, how much contribution you are making up in terms of research papers. So this is the I had clicked on from my own ResearchGate profile, okay, that my score is around 271. Now this score is again an interpretation of your research profile. A research profile beyond 200 is considered as good. But if it is going more than 400, again, it is something like very, very good. And if it is going beyond 600, so then the research impact is quite good. So researchers score is also giving us an understanding about that how the researcher's input is coming up and how he is able to put in the kind of effort that are there. So we are identifying the journals, we are identifying the people, we are identifying the similar topics that are there, and you are able to identify even the jobs and the institutions wherein that kind of work is being going on with respect to a particular variable. So this all is there. And for example, you are talking, I'm just talking about the statistics. So see about this thing, that what we can do with the research gate. On the research gate, you can ask for your research. What are the different kind of a research is going on a particular variable? There, for example, you have a keyword, and that you can use that keyword and identify that what type of research is going on. Is there any research going on in the in India, or is there research is going on in the even in the world? What are the different journals which are related to that particular variable? So identifying the journals which are have publishing such kind of work is also easier to identify with the help of the research gate. Similarly, the people who are working in that particular area, which can be acting as a reviewer or can be acting as a support to you in order to conduct the research, is again visible with the help of that. You will be able to identify the people, those who are there, and you will be able to see that what type of works these people are doing. Then we have the questions, the different questions that are coming up with respect to that particular variable in the research literature. And also, if there is some kind of a job that is there in this particular area, that is also visible in that area, because sometimes we are talking about with respect to the specializations. So as a result of that specialization, we will be requiring a person with a specific input. So that kind of a thing, when we are going to make out, yes, is going to help us to understand that yes, this is the kind of a thing that we need to make out. And finally, the institutions, which are the different institutions that will be working on this area. So this is the research gate that is helpful to make us kind of a things. Then we have the if I show you the similar things, so then you can see on this. Now this is the research gate, and you just open this side. Now this is the figure that you are able to see. Now see here that on this my account, I am having the different papers that are being published, and these are the publications that are coming up and are cited with respect to the kind of papers that I'm already having. So some kind of reads are already coming in, and you are able to identify that what are the different papers that are coming in a different area. So whatever the kind of work that is going on with respect to my research interests is also visible. Now see the kind of things that we can find out. For example, I had talked about that what kind of firstly, the profile view. Now you have to just click on your pick wherein your in account is there, and then you have to click on your profile, and therein you have your research score, your citations, your H index visible over then also the citation over time. So that is also visible, so that from the time you have started your account, what are the different kind of citations that have come across in your profile, that is also visible. Now this profile will include everything. You need to add up all this thing. For example, the personal, specifically with basic kind of a thing, what is your institution or kind of that. Then we have the skills which you are required, which for which you are known, and then your information about you, the teach disciplines you are related with, and the languages, and also the account that you are having, and what type of activity you have conducted on the research gate, that are also visible. So see, for example, the spotlight on which you want to have more number of uh, reads, or more number of people to go with the citation that you are going to make up. That is the spotlight kind of a paper you can make out. Use this facility of research spotlight in order to make some of your researches visible to more number of audience. Similarly, then what are the different other papers that you have that will be all visible in your profile. So that is the, and how your institution is going up, that is also there with respect to that. Now second aspect that is required is in the profile is the research. Now in the research you can identify that what are the different things that you have uploaded. See, on the articles, 28 are there, 3 chapters are there, conference papers are there, and all our total is 43. Out of them, 41 are the full text. Now, each item that has been uploaded will be visible here. And if somebody want to have this them, so they are just going to click on that, and that thing is going to be open up into a new account, or even if you want to see on that, yes, they are going to see there also. And this helps us to make a account of yourself, that when did you have some kind of publication, where that publication has been there, and where that publication was made online, like everything you are able to see with respect to that. So this is the kind of information that we generate with respect to when we are just getting it published. So it is kind of a research kit, is like your curriculum vitae, that which publication you made, when you made, and how you made. And it, if somebody want to have a paper on that, for example, if I talk about the variable on the stress, I just put up the uh, uh, variable here, and I click on the search button. Now see, the number of researches that are there with respect to that are visible. So as a result of that, we are able to see that what type of research are being published and what are there. So this is all Malah tongue stress. Similarly, this is again a stress paper. Then how to use all type of chapters or posters or something kind of an article. Everything will be visible here. And if you will be making it more precise, then definitely it will be coming up more easier with respect to your the specific point. Now again, which are the different journals that are working in the area of stress? Because I had just written the stress, so there is a medical as well as non-medical journals has come up into the picture. Cell stress, stress and health, neurobiology of stress, stress medicine, work stress. Then you can say there are not many journals have come up, more than 14 pages are there of different journals. And similarly, which are the people, those who are working on the stress? So see, from the University of Applied Stress, there is there, the person is there. This again from Medical South Carolina College of Nursing. Somebody is from Institute of this is something from Bern, University of Bern, then University of Basel. So all different type of person, those who are working with respect to that, are there, those who are working on the stress factor. So as a result, we are able to see the people, we are able to see the researches on the stress, we are able to see the journals, we are able to see the people, and what type of questions are there. So if some kind of questions will be there, so then definitely that will also be answered. For example, somebody is asking for that, do I require some kind of permission? So that is there, that bride's country traumatic stress scale. Do I need a permission to use this thing? So somebody will definitely going to answer that, and you will be finding it 5 reds are there, and somebody is going to answer also. Yeah, here you can say one recommendation, two answers, and one reads. So what model will be the best to find out the effect of climatic stress effect on the yield of pulse crops? So here in the research gate, if you are able to have any question with respect to your application of your methodology, application of a statistical technique, application of a sample, how to select the sample, so you will be able to have the answer on those also, because that you have to write it in the variable in this search box. Similarly, if there are something like which is related to the job factor on that, for example, if I talk about the assistant professor uh, agriculture, so then it is going to give us there is no related to agriculture. But if I talk about education, let's see, no, assistant professor research, no. So most of the time, sometimes it gets clicked, sometimes it does not get clicked. Assistant professor education, no, there are no jobs related to that. So I will not go into this thing. Now then we have the institutions. For example, on the for the stress, these are the different institutions, those who are already working in. And You can use these universities in order to find out what type of researches they are doing on that. So this is the again the another thing that we are able to find out on the research. So when you are into the research profile of in your research guide, you will be definitely getting the messages from different people. For example, this is Kashfi Naz. Now she has sent me a request that I needed a I she has gone through my cyberbullying victimization case, and she is requiring that, so kindly help me. So my friend has my the co-author has given her the cyberbullying victimization scale. So she has cited our work and she has used our tool in her research, and as a result we are able to get in the citation from her. Similarly, some kind of messages I want to going to make to me will be visible here, and this is the notification tab just like in others. So this research gate is helpful us to make a profile of ourselves, and that is going to make us the knowledge about our own things, that what type of things we have and how we can are able to disseminate our finding. So if you want to make any kind of identity literature with respect to any of the variable, for example, if I uh, make media in research, if I just click on this thing, so you will be able to see different concept of media literacy, deconstruction of R cola, RC cola commercial using five core concepts of media literacy. So you are finding in which are related to that media, um, bullying in India. Let's see if some results comes. Yes, see, machine learning and deep learning area for online buying identification, opportunity and challenge for women journalists in media industry. So you can find a workplace bullying in India, a current policy context, implication and future directions, a decade of insights. So this is the again you will be having the kind of whichever the kind of journals that you are going to find in, that definitely going to be there. If I see the journals here, media bullying in India, there is no such journal. So it is going to take the whole of the keyword. So we have to see that if I just take the media bullying, if we are able to find any journal, no. Only if I take about the bullying, then it may take, yes, International Journal of Bullying Prevention. Now see, this is the kind of a way in which we have to find in that how the journals are be able to found out with respect to a particular variable. So this is again help us that we are going to take in with the this thing. Now coming back to the presentation, then the second thing is the Google Scholar. Now everybody is having the email ID, and when you are going to submit your research paper to the journal, please ensure that you have one official email ID. Official means that the email ID, your personal email ID, that you are using as an official email, and that and along with the affiliation that you are making up of your institution. For example, you're working in Adamas, so your affiliation shall be visible there, and your email ID should be that which you are going to use throughout your life for your research purposes. So that is going to make you have your uh, different uh, things on of your research papers, on your research articles or book chapters or conference papers, everything attached to that into the site. So Google Scholar is one site which is related to that. You have to make your email ID, and for every email ID it is going to have your research papers. Now see how this Google Scholar works upon. It is again a site wherein we are going to make out that how the things are going to be there. It is also helpful in identifying that what are the different articles that are there. You are even able to see the thesis works onto the Google Scholar, books, abstracts, and even the opinions or news in the form of quote opinions or other, like, so everything is available on the Google Scholar. Whosoever is having the Gmail ID, is automatically having a Google Scholar account and will be able to use that into his profile. So this is the again a scenario that we need to understand. Yes, the you have to make out the use of this Google Scholar for making your profile visible to other researchers, making an analysis of your research impact, and also listing of all your projects into the Google Scholar. So that is again a help that we are going to create in terms of Google Scholar that we are going to see. Now see this profile, that how does a profile look like for an individual. So it is like that number of papers that you are going to make out are visible into your profile. You have the option of addition of your papers, you have the options of addition of your co-authors into the Google Scholar, and you have the citations, that number of citations that are coming up for a particular paper are also visible into your account, and the number of citations that you are able to get in for some papers that you have published is also visible, and the on the basis of those citations what kind of H index you have and what kind of I10 index is there, so that is visible. Generally, if I talk about the H index, it is said that after 20 years of your service you must have a H index of 20. So if we are working in this Google space, if you are at the early age, you are going to start with on the Google digital platform, definitely your researches are going to have a more citations, and as a result of that all papers are going to have the good citations, and you will be able to have the good H index and I10 index that are there. So this is the kind of things that we need to identify, okay, that what type of the citations we are able to get with respect to our this thing Google Scholar. Now if I again show you on the Google Scholar, you have all of you have the email ID. I am just clicking on my email ID. Now see, this is my Gmail account. I click on my Gmail account, and if you are able to you don't have your Google Scholar account, do not need to worry about that. You have to just click on these 9 dots, and in this you will be automatically finding the Google Scholar. uh, that is contact calendar. Mm, more, just right here Scholar. That's not- okay, just write on the Google. Now this is the Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. This is the link that is there for the Google Scholar. So if I just click on this thing, so it is going to show me a kind of a pic like this, that is Google Scholar. Now herein, it is giving me all the recommendations. Every time when you are going to open your Google Scholar account, it is going to show you that what are the different recommended articles which are related to your research interests. So the kind of papers that I have uploaded in my account will result in the kind of recommendations that are going to be visible to me for a particular. For example, I work on the emotional intelligence, so some papers on that. Similarly, work on the self-regulated learning, so some papers on that. Similarly, some papers on the self-regulated learning, you find even bullying, because that the one another area of research, cyberbullying and bullying. So that is also there. So it is going to give me a such kind of recommendations in order to have a better understanding of what are the new kind of research works that are going on in my particular area, and as a result I will be able to understand, yes, this is the kind of things that are going on. I must incorporate these aspects into my researches. So that help us develop me insight for my researches, that what kind of things that I need to work upon in future. 1 minute. Then what is the this site is further going on. So I'm just going into first. You are saying that one thing is visible is my profile, another is my library. On this side, picture of the individual is there. So if I just click on this, it is going to show me this kind of things, my account. So I need to add up my account if I want to make some kind of a changes in my account, personal info and everything is going to be visible on that. My personal info, that is going to be there. Then similarly, the kind of email IDs or like that I had paid up, say your data privacy and everything will be there. And if I see into the my profile, so what will be visible? The visibility will be that the papers that I had uploaded, or the conference papers I had uploaded, the articles I had uploaded, the book chapters that I have uploaded, everything will be visible here. Now see, my verified email ID, my areas of research which are there, and what type of things I am following is also visible. New articles in my, new citations to my article, new articles related to my research, everything will be visible if I follow them. Now this all is having the different papers that I have published in different years, and also what type of citations I am able to get on that. Yes, if you are seeing that there are 4 papers in which I have the citations more than 10. So as you are finding in here, my I10 index is 4. So meaning thereby my 4 papers are having more than 10 citations, and there are 6 papers which are having more than one citation. So this is the picture that are it is being visible for all the individuals, for all type of papers. All are having almost the citations that are there. So number of times, the number of papers, 6 number of papers are having 6 citations. 4 number of papers are having 4 type of citations. So you can find out that 10. This is the 16. So 12 times 2 papers, 11 times 3 papers, 11 times 4 papers cannot be there. 11 times 3, 11 times 11 is required. 8 times 8 is required. 6 times 6 are required. So you can find out this. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 papers are there, and hence the this citation H index is there. That how do we calculate the H index and the I10 index? I10 index is meaning thereby every paper, that how many papers are having the 10 citations for each of the paper. So that is the 4 papers are there, but there are 6 papers which are having 6 times citation at least. So that is the figure that we are going to have. But here we have the 4 publications. So 4 times publication, 4 paper cannot be there. The 6 papers are there. So that is the way in which it is being calculated, that how the I10 and the H index of the individual is calculated by the researchers, right? So this is the and it will be showing up all the papers that you have uploaded, and even it is also going to give you suggestions of your co-authors. Either you upload a paper or your co-author uploads the paper, the another person will get us notification, yes, your co-author has uploaded the paper, is it the person concerned and you have authored it? Yes, you click on that and you will be, your profile will be automatically getting generated. So and you will be able to see that which are the different authors that you have and co-authors you have. So all will be visible here. So that is the good thing of the Google Scholar, that we are able to know about the papers. Now again, if you want to see that more number of papers coming into your Google Scholar, so you and as well as your co-authors must be very active in public in addition of the papers into that. So if you will be going into that, then definitely your research profile is going to be more. For example, this review affiliation, it is going to see that your which affiliation is at present you have. Again, the second thing, it is going to ask you that what kind of co-authors you have. So it is going to see on that if you have some kind of papers that you have which are there and similar names are there, you are going to click on them, and you will be definitely, any paper you have written with them will automatically get added into your account. So this is the again the feature of the Google Scholar, which allows you to increase your profile with the time with respect to the publications that you are. Now I so it has my profile, my library, and then we have metrics. Now my library is the similar thing that we have just created, that any kind of papers I have downloaded, any kind of a thing is there. So that are being there. Sorry, my connection is a little slow. Hello, am I audible? Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
right.
There's a question, sir. And
Right.
if you want to reply now or end of the session, so what would you like to do?
I would be taking up the questions afterwards. Firstly, I will let me complete the presentation, and then we can go with it.
Yes.
Uh, but how much time would you require for the questioning? 15 to 20 minutes are sufficient? 15 to 20 minutes are sufficient?
Sir, we have enough time, around 1 hour for questions.
Done, done, done. Okay.
Okay.
So my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So we are talking about the Google Scholar, and we are identifying that how this is being utilized for our work. That what are the different kind of papers and how the citations are going to be there, and how the H index and I-10 index are going to be calculated. So this is the way that we are going to use it. Then another thing is there, that is the academia. Now your Google Scholar account is uh, most of the time very useful, because that is going to be the showcase of yourself to the world, that how much the publications that you have, and how what type of publications you have, what are the different kind of interests you have. So those all things you are able to see with respect to the Google Scholar. Then we have the research gate, which is helpful to us in order to identify the different kind of researchers, different kind of papers, peoples, and everything. The third one is the academia. The academia is a database, or is a kind of a social media platform wherein we are going to get in some kind of things. But yes, the more kind of a things are also, if you want to use, then for that we are going to require the academia, and the kind of the permissions are required, and we require a premium versions. So as this slide is showing up, the premium word is more reflected. Otherwise, you will be able to use it. So much of the use of the academia is that you are able to identify the papers. but for researchers it is a good thing, but for making up your profile into the academia is little bit tricky, because it require free profile is okay, but yes, it also allows you to connect with the different people, but showing up your own things will be requiring your premium version, which is generally around 2000 to 3000 rupees, 3000 rupees per year, and you need to make out for that. And if you have your official versions are allowed, then
Sir,
definitely this is
sir,
yes.
sir, sorry for interruption. Are you sharing your PPT or not? Because
I'm
it is
sharing.
not with.
It
Okay,
is
sir.
not visible. Okay,
Yes.
let me see it.
Actually, there was some technical glitches and it has gone.
Right.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is
Now it
okay.
is visible, no? Right. So this is the I was talking about the academia. Um, this is the kind of a site that is visible on your account when if you are going to open the academia account, and if you are going to see it with respect to the your another thing that is there, that your visibility onto the academia will be like this. If you want to upload a pic herein, I had not uploaded on the academia because I do not use it much, because most of the time as a researcher I try to find the papers on that, but if I want to see the my own profile, it will be requiring a lot of permission, which is generally on the premium base, so I do not use it. So but I would like to show you onto the things that how this academia is looking up. It is academia.edu, and herein, if you are seeing that my account is open, and it is talking me for some kind of things that upgrade to premium, because papers are there, my profile is there, and if I want to get my papers added into that, it will be asking me some kind of a premium. So I'm not going into that, but yes, you will be able to see that the reading history is there, your account require what type of analytics you will be seeing, everything is visible onto it, and this kind of analytics will be visible, see here. Now on click on the analytics, it will see that what type of papers that your profile is requiring, and what type of viewership you have, everything will be visible to you, and you can create your things on that. But just if I want to see that which visitors has seen my CV, I will not be able to see that. So that is the some kind of permissions that academia requires, and I don't need to go into that. Similarly, what kind of impact I am able to make? Yes, see, unique visitors from different countries and cities or universities, that is there. That is help me to understand what type of things that I will be able to make in terms of impact. Now similarly, what type of paper engagement is there? Again, it is visible, and which are the different countries from which I am getting the readership, what are the keywords that are there with respect to that I had created this thing. So most of the time the papers that are you have written or you have published, so those from those these things are going to come up, and what are the external links. So this is the if you want to search anything onto the academia, yes, you will be able to find out for that. For example, if I click on that and I write emotional intelligence, no, so you will be able to find out the different number of this is the problem here, the papers that you are able to see, that how many are there with respect to your this thing. And if I just click on the, if this is number is too high, so I just click on the past 5 years. So there are again number of papers are very high, 3036 matching onto the emotional intelligence, meaning thereby still during this period the researches are going on the emotional intelligence. Further, if I go on clicking on only to one language, definitely it is going to show me some less number of research, 297 in English. And then if we include something into your research, emotional intelligence and stress, again it has reduced past 5 years. 40,000 results. So meaning thereby you need to make out that what type of again you have journal articles, conference papers, books, etc. And again I'm clicking on English only, and all are English. 38, yes, all are English only. One or two are there. So I'm just clicking on. Then if I just on the click on the journal articles, so it is 751. So I need to just scroll through the 751 articles in matching to that, right? So this is the kind of things that are available, but all things are going to be useful if you have the premium membership. So for that, the you can but we one of my friend is doing that. He is asking the scholars under him that pull up your resources and get the account of the academia. So if there is a 2000 membership, around 3000 is there, and if you have six scholars, the six scholars together can have a single account of academia, or even all the school scholars can have the account and prepared on one person's account, and if you were able to see your research going on, or for identity for finding out the research papers on this site, and that will help you to prepare your researches better, because see, papers on full text, video results are there, courses are there, everything is available. So you can go into these things in order to identify the use of the academia in your research, and that help both way. You are in your research journey also, and as well as also to for yourself showing up your research to the world. So this is the academia. Then we have the LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn is the professional site today. When you are guiding your scholars or your even your students to have your placement ready, so you talk about them that get yourself YouTube, your portfolio kind of links, or the LinkedIn, and your video CV, etc. ready. So LinkedIn is a profile which act as a your curriculum vitae, and it is going to showcase your everything about your research journey, your the other things in your life that are required. Just 1 minute, I had a very urgent call.
Unmute yourself.
So it is a professional site. LinkedIn is being utilized by everybody, and but researchers need to do it more professionally, and we must be able to utilize it more like that. What are different
Participants, just wait for 5 minutes. I will be back. It's very urgent call.
Yes. So I was talking about the LinkedIn. So it is being utilized by the recruiters also, by the researchers also, in order to identify the collaborations, in order to know about the persons, those who are good at in their respective fields. And it is kind of a thing that we are free at, which is available to everybody, and you can have the connections with all different persons on that. So what this LinkedIn is able to, we are using it for, we are using it for about different things, because the LinkedIn require, if you want to really update your LinkedIn, so it will be requiring lot of things. Number one, about, for example, today Lakshmi has utilized my LinkedIn profile only in order to introduce myself. She just gone into the LinkedIn, searched me, and she found out, okay, that this is the summary about me. So she took about from there that what are the introduction about me. So that's about. And similarly the experience, what experience I have, what are the different institutions that I have worked in. So that is the experience that will be there onto the LinkedIn. Similarly, what is the education qualification that I have starting from the secondary or senior secondary classes, what education I do have, that is also visible onto the account. Similarly, then I can add up into my LinkedIn the different kind dissertations that I have guided, different dissertations I have done, the theses that I have guided, the thesis I did. Similarly, the community projects that I did, or the community projects that I have guided, the live projects that I did, similarly the live projects that I have guided. So all these projects that I need to introduce. Similarly, the skills that I possess, I can add up onto my LinkedIn features. Similarly, the recommendations, I can get the recommendations from different people about myself. Similarly, the other peoples can get the recommendations from my side. So depending upon your own requirement, you can get the recommendations from the good people in your field, and that help the recruiters to identify you as a good researcher or a good teacher or a good human being. So that helps up as a social profile becomes a professional profile. Then you have the publications, what the different publications you had made in terms of books, chapters, conference papers, etc. You can add up into that. And similarly, what type of honors or awards that you have got, or certifications you have been able to get in different times of different things that you have added up. So those you can add up into your honors and awards. And similarly, the languages that is there, you number of languages that you know, read, write, and communicate. And similarly, the memberships of different organizations that you have, then the interests that you have for different topics that you want to you follow, that is also visible, and the causes that you support are also visible into the LinkedIn features. So these are the different things that you can make up onto the LinkedIn profile. Now if I just click on the LinkedIn profile of myself, you can see into that yes, everything is visible there. And you can make out the sorry, clicked on the LinkedIn groups. So LinkedIn is there. Now see, this is the LinkedIn affair. Now see, in the LinkedIn, if you can see they here now, it is me. This is the your just like your Facebook. Everybody is able to see that yes, the people had been able to put up. So whosoever will be in your connection will be able to see whatever they post will be coming to your post. Now, if for example, as a researcher, what I need to do is that I need to put in, so I need to go into my profile. So I go into my view profile, and you can edit everything into your profile language, your public profile link, whatever you want to change. You can make out that whatever the things that you want to make up into a add profile section. So what are the different things that you can add up is also available. Now in my account, whatever I have shown to you in the slide are visible, will be visible. You can see that what are the followers, then this is the about me, then similar the experience, the different institutions that I have been and when I have been promoted or like that, everything is visible onto the onto my experience. Similarly, the education that I have, what are the different degrees that I have collected throughout my career, and what from which institution I have collected, what the time period that I have collected, everything will be added up. And this helps the other researchers to know about the projects, what are the different type of projects that I have been able to complete with the help as a co-author or as a myself or as a guide. will be there into that. Similarly, the skills which I have put up and somebody is are going to endorse those skills is there. Then the recommendations, that if I have received some recommendations, so I need to ask for a recommendation from somebody, and similarly I need to give the recommendations to somebody. So that is all there, and at present some pending recommendations are there to me. So this is will be all visible. Skills, then what are the different skills that I have, they are some visible, some are not visible. Similarly, then the publications that I have will be visible, and then the organizations that I am member of, then interests, and then causes. So this all is going to help a person to know about. And if you are sharing your link with them, okay, that this is my profile, when you are sharing onto your CV, okay, this is my LinkedIn profile, they are able to see about yourself, that what you do and how you do, and what are your achievements of your life as a researcher or as a teacher. That is visible to everybody, right? So then the another point that we is the blog. The blog is again, I am very active on LinkedIn, I am active on the Facebook, I am active on the Orchid, I am active on the Scopus, I am active on the first thing that we have talked about, ResearchGate. But yes, blogs I am not active on, but yes, I have tried to that do on, and there are different blog spaces, like Tumblr is there, the Blogspot is there, then we have the Webly is there, and you can start your web blog. But till date, we have whatever we have talked about, they are not talking about with respect to earnings, but blogs is one where you can start earning also. YouTube is again the channel wherein we can, if you are going to start with, that is going to help you in making up the your knowledge sharing, that will help you into making up your earnings. But yes, they are going to be utilized for some kind of content creation. But here in the blogs is again a scenario wherein you are going to publish your papers, and there be people can see that. So this is the blogs that are there, and these are the different things that where we are going to have the viewership, we are going to have the earnings, then we have the content which is copyrighted, because that is our original content we are going to write on my blog, and we cannot write something copied from others and on the blogs, then we will be landing into some kind of legal troubles. So it helps us to increase our content writing skills, jotting down our experiences. So blogs are really helpful in making up the things that are there into the scenario. And then lastly, we have the social media groups. Now social media groups is again a scenario wherein we are going to make some kind of grouping with the different people, and that grouping is going to help us to know about what's going on in our research groups. So I am sharing two of them. One is the Facebook. Now, if you all are there, you all are there almost, because today, if I expect somebody is not the face on the Facebook or the LinkedIn, I'm surely making the mistake. So I click on the LinkedIn groups. I just write in LinkedIn groups. You will be finding in that there are different LinkedIn groups that are there. I just click on that. It will go into land me in my account, and herein you will be seeing that what are the different groups that I have joined already. So you can see that the number of members that are there. So you will be going into those groups, and you will be finding in that similar information that are there. So you have to just make out that what type of thing is there, what type of posts people are making. So you for example, this is the international conference. So this kind of things are also there, and also the research papers, if somebody is publishing some kind of papers, that is also there. And people are able to make out a different kind of things. This is a good publication opportunity on sustainable development, and there will be publication partner in Taylor and Francis. So whatever the papers you are able to get in, you can send in to them, because this is the on School of Management Studies. Definitely some kind of papers are related to you must have created. So this is the one another way of finding out that in a particular group, if you are going to make some kind of questions, definitely the people are going to answer on that. So similarly, related to your choices, you can make. I had joined research methodology, teacher training and education, instructional designer, then international academician group. So these different groups I have joined, which again is helpful to me to understand what people like me are doing in different areas or different research areas, research interests. And similarly, I also come to know, they also come to know me, and as a result, I will be able to make a connections with them. Yes, this is the kind of works that I am doing and the kind of research impact that I am going to generate for. Now, similarly, if I have the Facebook groups also, I just click on my own Facebook account. Now see herein, if I talk about on the left side of your this on the Facebook, you will be seeing the all the groups. What are the different groups that are there? Uh, so you will be able to find out that these are the different groups that you have. For example, All India School Publication, Scopus Publication, Indian PhD and Master Students, graphic designers, instructional designers, B.Ed, then research methodology, then the again the graphic designer, deals for instructional designer, CBSE updates, ICSE updates. So related to the interest that you have, you can join as number of education and social science research publication, international academic conference journals. So you are able to generate such kind of grouping, and if something is genuine, then definitely people are going to join your group, and you can create your own groups also in order to make the things more visible to the people. So these are the different platforms, social media platforms, which help you to generate the content, to generate the citations, and generate the connections with different peoples, which will help you to make out some kind of more good understanding about your uh, profiles. Then the one another thing that I want to make with you is that I could not add it into the PPT, but yes, that is also there. That is the Orchid account. Now, whenever you are going to write a paper, please mention your Orchid ID, because this is the link that is there, because every unique individual is having a Orchid ID, and researcher, it is generally the research and the researches. So therefore, if you are not having the Orchid ID, definitely you are on the lower side. So you need to have your Orchid ID, and in your Orchid ID, you can add up your all the publications that you have. But yes, if you have your all publications with your existing email ID, which is related to your account, Orchid account, definitely all the publications will automatically come to your account. So whatever the qualifications I had, this all related coming up directly. I have not added anything into it. So all the Scopus publications that I have are already coming up into my account. So these are all 14 publications till date I have on the Scopus. So everybody is thing is visible in my Orchid account. So this is again the one of the researchers understanding, wherein you can go into connecting with the different people and connecting into the research scholars. So you have the websites or social sites also link, ResearchGate, Google Scholar, LinkedIn. Similarly, your Scopus IDs and the keywords that you have, then the countries from where the people are there. So everything is going to be there in terms of your Orchid ID. So this again help you in order to make your things. Then we have the Scopus account, because Scopus account automatically takes your paper publications if it is associated with respect to your email id, because if your email id is not associated with in your paper, then definitely your paper is not going to be added into your account. For example, if I share, because in one of the paper id has not been shared by the researcher, or might be it has not been added by the publisher. So you can see that if I just show you my own thing, the I am just writing my author's last name, author's first name. This thing is free. Please do not find out now. And author search is free. You can also do it, and link is also free. You can go with it. If I want to add up my Orchid ID also, then is so this is these are the two ways. either you identify any individual in your organization that how many publications he have in the Scopus. So this is the one way that you know his surname, know his first name, and know his affiliation. Then search on the button can be used, or you have his ORCID ID, then also you can search him. Now see, if I click on the my ID, so just like I had shown you that I have 14 publications, now you can see that I have 15 publications. My one publication is not having my ID linked up. So that is in the process. So correction of the profile is going to be there. But yes, definitely that is the one of the faults that are arising. And it is again going to show me that what are, if I click on one individual, and you will be able to see that what are the different publications he have, what kind of citations he is getting up. For example, for my Scopus publications, photon documents, I have 12 citations coming up, and my H index is 2. So this is what are the different citations coming up on every year. Now this is the authentic citations that you are getting in, if we talk about in terms of the international value. But yes, Scopus, Google Scholars, because it takes into the hard copies of the hard copy journals also and other things also. But the Scopus takes only the papers those who are cited in the Scopus listed journals only. So therefore the citations that the Scopus is going to show you is less as compared to the Google Scholar. But yes, both things are being considered, Google Scholar also, and it is going to show you all your papers which are having citations or no citations. So this is the going to tell you also that the kind of works that you are going to do with, right? So this is the your from my side, which every individual should go with respect to the. Now lastly, I would like to talk about the questions on podcast and YouTube. Now both these platforms are related to the content sharing of your knowledge, but if you want to share your research aspect or research summary, yes, definitely you can share it onto the podcast. But yes, it will not or you have to go in with respect to your citations into the podcast in a pasted way. Otherwise, if it is only in listening mode, you will not be able to give the citations, and people are not will going to be sharing your things into that. So these are the different ways in which the digital platforms are utilized in our day-to-day routine in order to make the research profiles of the individuals visible, in order to make the research impact into the society, into the discipline, and also to connect with the different people into the society which are related to our field. So with this, I thank you, the team School of Media and Communication, in order to provide me this opportunity to give the interact with all of you as learners for giving the final session to this research methodology workshop. Thank you. Now I'm open to the questioning, so you can ask me the questions.
Uh, thank you so much. Uh, Thank you so much, sir. I have some questions here.
Yes.
Let me ask in the chat box. Few people have sent questions. Let me found such just wait. Okay, one question is, sir, if you can help as to how to found to find top most contributors in terms of research on any topic like online education.
That is the directly you can go into the ResearchGate, and let me share again. The see into ResearchGate, I have asked you to share in, for example, if I talk about the online education, I clicked it, online education. Now see that on online education, the number of people that are coming up, and it is asking me what type of articles do you want. I preprints, or I just click on clear selection and I click on articles only. And number one, number two, anytime or since 2023 or custom, just make the years. Let it be 2005 to 2023. You can directly write 2023. Okay. So last 15 years, what are the different researches are there in terms of articles? So you can find out bibliometric analysis of scientific publications in the field of online education, the impact of online education on higher education. So yes, right. The papers that are coming are correct. Now see into the journals. Now these are the different journals which are related to online education. So there are around more than 9 pages which are related to the journals. Now you were talk about the question was on people, those who, which are the peoples who are those who are working in the online area. So you can have this person, Arnos online education e-learning, Petros Georgakis. Petros, he is working in this area, has 20 publications, more than 124 citations. Similarly, Tinofiri Moronzi, he's only also working in the area of online education, unlimited education and training. He is having 4 publications. So this is the way that how you are going to find out which are the persons which are working in the area of that. And you can also even talk about that how these people come up. And there are around how many people are there. You will be having number of peoples coming up. Yes, you need to find out, because this is the research database. Yes, this laureate online education, University Liverpool, Peter Alston, mobile development, higher education curriculum, 32 citations. So you need to find out the people into that way, that into researchgate. This is the one way into going it directly into the platform wherein you will be able to go into. Similarly, you if you go into the LinkedIn, again you can get into that. In LinkedIn, if I search online education, I click on that, and it is going to show me not many things, and out of them I need to click on here as people. I click on the people, so you will find out the different persons, those who are in the area of online education working. So you have to identify which one is the researcher area, because it will be also giving up all those people, those who are having the uh, work doing up into the online education. But yes, if you want to go understand with respect to research, then definitely here are the persons, those who have the publications with respect to the online education. Now see, for example, if I talk about the Peter Georgakis, 20 publications. Now you click on the publications in order to have a better understanding whether he really works on that. Educational technology, teacher education, science education, these are the skills. And this is his different papers. Eliciting design patterns for e-learning system, use of design patterns for evaluating personalized web-based systems, evaluation of web-based web applications using design patterns, depth web-based for designing executing usability of e-sites based on design patterns. So something related to design he's talking about. Now if we want, we are finding it that this is not related to media and communication. So just identify which are the persons related to media related. Educational evaluation system, blended e-learning, online skill institute, you can have talk see to him also. Violence prevention, teacher service quality, electronics, entrepreneurship, curriculum, cell structure, wastewater treatment, uh, higher education curriculum, behavior psychology, Not directly I am getting in, but yes, let me tech see this type person. Computer human interaction system analysis, fuzzy electronics. So what type of papers he has written? Applying knowledge base in IT company to increase design capacity and team collaboration. Risk of loans for SMB IT companies. Customer journey and stochastic graphs. Stochastic graphs for customer journey. This is related to computer science. So we need to change the query. Let it be online education and media. We're just talking about the medicine, knowledge, faculty, department of psychology. Let it be department of media. Somebody is not there with respect to that. So this is the way that generally you need to identify the people.
Okay. Uh, okay, I guess Jagrup, you have got the answer. Jagrup Singh. Okay. Now I'll move to another question. Sir, can you explain I-10 index? Bindu Sawant, I guess sir has explained, but still you didn't get. You can ask once more time.
No, it's clear,
Uh,
sir. I've got the concept. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, then I have Lakshmi ma'am. Can you ask sir to do the above on the same? Okay, he has shown you Jagru. So this is solved. The query asked by me. He was asking you to show on the screen. So you have shown everything. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, your screen. Okay. He has asked one more question. Sir, how one can add area of research in Google Scholar profile who has no paper to add in profile?
There is nothing to worry about. The area can always be added. You have not any research publication. You might be having some kind of articles written or some kind of a chapters written, or even in if you have some kind of this assignments written on that, you can add up that on those on your profile, and then you can have it. Addition of area is not a problem, because research paper uploading is the problem, because if you don't have, definitely you need to make it. But yes, your profile shall be visible, and that will be visible even if you don't have any paper.
Jagru, after this PP, you will be able to publish and add your paper in your profile. I'm damn sure, because this is very fruitful FDP so far.
Thank you. Any other question? We still have a lot of time, because I tried to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so
complete
much.
the things very fast.
Thank you so much. No, sir, there is a no question. Let me ask one more time. If anybody is having any question, please, you can unmute yourself. You can ask directly, or you can type here. Sir, one question. How to create an account on ResearchGate?
That I have shared already, that that question is only going to be there in terms of if we are having this official email ID, then only we will be able to create a ResearchGate account. Otherwise, if you are a valid researcher and you have your good Scopus ID and having good number of publications, then also the ResearchGate allows you to create your user ID. Otherwise, as a researcher, you can use it, open the ResearchGate, and without having your login, you can search into the ResearchGate and you can assess as number of papers as are there. There is nothing, no need to require to have your ResearchGate account, because that will be more required in terms of the institutional email ID. That's one challenge with respect to the ResearchGate.
Sir,
Well,
now institutional email ID is necessary for ResearchGate or not?
it is necessary. It is necessary. Mandatory is there, but yes, the ResearchGate itself clarifies on that that if you are a valid researcher and valid email ID, and then only we will be able to have a ResearchGate account. But yes, generally somebody has to try, because I didn't required it to do, since having the official email ID. I don't have an idea on that, that if somebody has been able to create the account with respect to their personal email ID.
So for valid researcher, one has lot of Scopus paper or UCK paper. Is it so? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Continue, please. I'm listening.
I'm just asking you use the term valid researcher. If someone
Okay.
is not having institutional ID, someone is having Gmail ID. So, and also the person has not any research paper. So he or she will be able to create a profile on ResearchGate.
ResearchGate, I said that if the institutional email ID is not there, the ResearchGate will be not be valid. Number one. Number two, if you want to just search out on the ResearchGate, you don't require any kind of email ID. You just go into and start searching.
Okay.
You will be able to get in.
Okay, for searching, it is you can go and
You can,
search,
yes,
and for profile, you should be valid researcher. Am I right, sir?
yes, yes, you are right.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, let me see the another question if there is. Sir, how can paper?
Yes, it allows the download papers. It depends upon the researcher. The researcher, suppose if you can see my account, uh, the most of the papers are open access. Why do I want to showcase my research if I don't want to get the paper downloaded? Generally, it is in case of only those researchers whose papers are still in the process of publication and they have uploaded the preprints. So sometimes, in order to there are some requirements from the side of the publisher that you are not going to circulate your research. So in those cases, the publisher, the profilers or the researchers do not share the research papers, but otherwise it is always the people prefer to allow for the download, so that their work is readable to the people and they should be able to cite your research work. So you can download n number of papers, and if it is not downloadable, just request to the concerned person that I needed your papers for reading. So they will definitely send you on your email ID.
Thank you so much, sir. We got one comment like including this session, all 10 sessions were in depth, interesting, insightful, and relevant. Huge amount of wisdom added by expert. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jagrup. You like this FDP. Sir, does ResearchGate allow to download paper? Yes, sir, already answered this question. And you can download numerous count of numbers of research paper. If it is not available to download, you can request to the respective person. Very efficiently driven session. This was indeed a very value additive. It will help enhance our digital presence. Thanks, Atan sir. Bindu Sawant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. What I get? Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
No, I'm asking that is every query been addressed by sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall I move for vote of thanks?
Just wait, ma'am. One. Thanks a lot, sir. The best FDP I attended ever. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Adamas. I miss your lecture and madam. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And if anybody having any question, just ask to sir. This is the last time. Then we are going to wrap up this session. I guess not, sir. Sir, thank you for this session. It was truly enriching. Thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to ask Sharmila ma'am to give vote of thanks.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Once again, I'm on behalf of School of Media and Communication. I present my vote of thanks to our esteemed speaker of the session, Dr. Vijay Kumar Chechi, the moderator, Dr. Lakshmi Mishra, convener, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, co-convener, Mr. Sayapal, and the team of School of Media and Communication for their support and their encouragement. And last but not the least, the participants, those who have joined us for this, the contemporary topic of the, recent times, how to write a research paper and publication in SCOPUS and Web of Science journals. I hope that this particular FDP, this FDP will be enlightening you in many directions so that you can write with plagiarized free the nitty-gritties of, essential formal writing, research writing, which is, not like any other writings, and how to narrate your research design, methods, and other formats also. There were many distinguished speakers who have delivered the content and guided us, guided you all to, to frame how to select or how to identify the problem to referencing, plagiarizing, annotation, in text citation. And the last session was so, enriching and very helpful. Once again, I thank all of you, those who had registered with us, and soon we will be distributing the certificates within 1 week or two. So do not, you all are there in our WhatsApp group for more, information, and within 14 days, we will be able to send you the certificate subject to your filling of the feedback links and your participation in, both of the sessions. Thank you so much. With this, I'm ending the meeting. Thank you once again, Dr. Vijay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.